Hey folks, Cam Rogers here for the 49ers Report presented by Game Time. Let's take a look at all of the 49ers rumors out there, and starting things off with the 49ers honoring Dwight Clark. They are working with the NFL right now to figure out how exactly they will do that. So for Jet heads on this one, no need to even put a question mark. One of the great 49ers out there. Dwight Clark, of course, we all remember him from The Catch. He passed away on Monday at the age of 61. NBC Sports is reporting the 49ers may actually mark in the end zone where Clark landed when he made the catch. Now, of course, he made that catch at Candlestick, not at Levi's Stadium. But still, that is one possibility that the 49ers and the NFL are kind of talking through here. And why are the 49ers talking to the NFL? Well, if they are going to do something with uniforms or helmets, they actually have to get it approved by the league. So that's kind of why they're going throughout that. And as you see on your screen, the coaches wore number 87 throughout practices this week to honor Clark's memory. And Dwight Clark, of course, will forever live in 49ers lore. Let's get to rumor 2 here on the list. Will the NFL suspend Reuben Foster? Firmly in the rumor category as we stand. 2 Jet heads here. The rumor origin, Adam Schefter. Now, Foster pled no contest yesterday to the gun charge stemming from last February. He was sentenced to 2 years probation and $235 worth of fines. Don't really know why they did the fining part. That's like backdoor change there for Reuben Foster. But anyway, Adam Schefter is reporting the NFL is mulling a multi-game suspension for Foster. And the reality is Foster no longer faces any legal trouble. So now all the attention turns to the National Football League. More specifically, Mr. Roger Goodell. Will his iron fist come down and suspend Reuben Foster? The marijuana charge from January could result in 1 game, while the domestic violence and gun charges could tack on a couple of more games out there. So I am still putting 2 Jet heads here in terms of a suspension actually happening. But for 49ers fans out there that think Reuben Foster will play a full 16-game slate should probably step back a little bit and look at the track record for the NFL and the amount of suspensions that they've levied down with, of course, not a lot of legal issues to go along with it. Talking about more specifically Ezekiel Elliott and the whole ordeal that went down there. Now, we want you guys weighing in. How many games do you think Reuben Foster will miss in 2018? Is it 0? Hit me up with 0. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me know. I'll be tracking what you guys say. All right, so 2 Jet heads there. What do the heads mean? Here's the rumor meter, the scale of believability, if you will. 0 heads, fake news, do not believe in that rumor. 1 head, little truth to that rumor. 2 heads, it's simmering in the rumor category there. 3 heads, we are faithful in it. And 4 heads, it's happening. Rumor number 3, do the 49ers deserve a B- grade for the transactions this offseason? 2 Jet heads here. I understand the argument. I probably would have liked a solid B or a B+ even. ESPN recently released its grades for all of the teams this past offseason. They went with the B- for the 49ers, and the main problem that ESPN had with the 49ers was the decision to go ahead and trade Daniel Kilgore to the Miami Dolphins. And yeah, I guess you could say it was odd on the surface, but the 49ers ended up with Weston Richburg in the end, who is far better than Kilgore at center. You'll see Richburg at the top of your screen here in terms of key arrivals for the 49ers. You guys know I am an offensive line enthusiast. You win on the line of scrimmage or you don't win at all. So that's why I have Richburg there at the top. Sherman, of course, big-time addition. Jerick McKinnon now in town. Jonathan Cooper, and, of course, Mike McGlinchey, that number 9 overall selection here. A note on Kilgore. The guaranteed money, that roster bonus, if you will, that was coming to him was for March 16th. He got traded on the 15th. I think it was a pretty smart decision there by the 49ers. So I'm giving them a B in terms of my offseason grade. You guys have seen that video before, and if you missed it, well, be sure to check it out. All right, let's get to the next rumor on the list. Trent Taylor, did he miss all of OTAs? OTAs end today. 4 Jed heads here. Trent Taylor has actually been dealing with pretty serious back injury here. Now, back injuries can be tricky, and I think the 49ers are doing the right thing right now in terms of playing it safe, because there are so many examples out there in professional sports of back injuries being a major problem, i.e. Eldrick Tiger Woods on the PGA Tour. If any golf fans out there, you know that he's been dealing with his fair share of injuries. So Trent Taylor, it makes sense. Keep him out of voluntary OTAs. Save him for mandatory minicamp on June 12th. So that's the deal there with Trent Taylor. I'll get to my next rumor about Kendrick Bourne in a matter of moments, but first, a word from our friends at Game Time.
Did you know that ticket prices can actually go down right before the game? That's where Game Time comes in. Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time from thousands of trusted sellers, then shows you all the best deals. So we can get tickets at the last minute for up to 60% off. Download Game Time now.
You're watching the 49ers Report presented by Game Time. Rumor number 5 here on the list. Kendrick Bourne is a breakout year coming for him. I got to address this firmly in the rumor category. 2 Jed heads. I'm not buying in all the way, but there's been a ton of buzz around this guy as OTAs come to a close. He's not stronger than Garcon. He's not faster than Goodwin. He's not even quicker than Trent Taylor. But he's really talented and knows how to go up and get the football, has really good vertical ability, as they say. And you take a look at the projected wide receiver depth chart here. Garcon at the top, Goodwin there second, Trent Taylor, then Kendrick Bourne. I think he slots in at number 4. Richie James, the 7th round selection. I have a lot of faith in that guy as well. So that's my top 5, if you will, in terms of the wide receivers as we head into the 2018 regular season. Kendrick Bourne, I think we need to pump the brakes a little bit. The knock on him is his consistency, his ambition, his drive. Now, he wasn't in OTAs at all a year ago, so he got a full slate of them this year, so a little bit of a change for him. Maybe that motivation is ratcheting up just a little bit. All right, let's get to rumor number 6 here. Was the J.J. Wilcox story the most bizarre of the week? I'm giving it 3 Jed heads. I'm not giving it 4 because that story this morning that broke about Colin Kaepernick planning to issue a subpoena for the 45th president of the United States. So the J.J. Wilcox story is kind of interesting. So he was ready to sign with the 49ers, then did not. According to Adam Schefter, Wilcox reportedly got stage fright and then bailed. He eventually signed with the New York Jets, of course, because he wants to play for Todd Bowles. So here's the timeline. He flew to Santa Clara. He was prepared to sign with the 49ers, provide some depth there at safety. The stage fright happened at some point. He flew to New Jersey, signed with the Jets, and now he is playing for Todd Bowles out there. So yeah, kind of interesting, and we're kind of in a lull, if you will, of the NFL offseason, so when these stories pop up, it makes you think, well, there you go, pretty intriguing stuff there. So J.J. Wilcox is not a member of the 49ers. Let's get to rumor number 7 here on the list. Jimmy G with 4 red zone touchdowns a couple of days ago. Yeah, it happened. 4 Jed heads, folks. The hype continues on, and Jimmy G has been performing well, but not fantastically. Now, there have been some reports that he's throwing a little risky out there, some interceptions, but you know what, folks? It's OTAs. So why not make the risky throw, experiment a little bit? This is not going on your permanent record or anything like that. So I think, you may see the reports out there that Garoppolo has been making some bad decisions and the like. Don't worry about it. But he did throw 4 red zone touchdowns, and that is very promising to see. I talked about it last week, how efficient Jimmy Garoppolo was in terms of taking his drives into scoring territory and either getting a field goal or a touchdown. So good stuff there. Rumor number 8, Anton Exum to have an impact year this year. Yeah, one Jethead on this one. I'm talking about it because the 49ers recently re-signed him because of the whole J.J. Wilcox deal. But in terms of Exum, he's too far down the safety depth chart right now to make me believe that he's going to have a big-time impact in 2018. Like I said, he's a depth guy. He's an option in case injuries happen, and he appeared in a couple games last year because there were injuries at the safety position, particularly with free safety. Now, I like Jaquiski Tart and Marcel Harris, the rookie, a little better than Exum. All right, rumor number 9 here on the list. Will Fred Warner start in week 1? One Jedhead here. I think we got to slow our roll a little bit because, of course, there is still Reuben Foster. There is still Malcolm Smith there to lead the pack in the linebacking core. Now, keep this in mind. The Reuben Foster-Fred Warner duo may be a very real thing in 2019. But maybe also Warner gets a starting role because Reuben Foster is facing some sort of suspension. So I will show you here my projected starting linebackers. At the will, the weak side, Malcolm Smith. At Mike, middle inside linebacker, Reuben Foster. And then Sam, strong side, Eli Harold. You don't see Fred Warner there, but I guess I could make a footnote right now. If Foster's out of that lineup because of a suspension, well then, of course, you could see some more Fred Warner, and perhaps he could be a starter for the San Francisco 49ers once week 1 comes around against the Minnesota Vikings. You guys are watching the 49ers Report presented by Game Time. Head on to chatsports.com/tickets to get this 5-star app for Android and iPhone users today. Get up to 60% off. It is a beautiful thing. Sports tickets, theater tickets, concert tickets. If you are a procrastinator out there, this app is for you.